Beginning. The challenge begins. I never imagined I'd be standing on the training platform of an alien warship, facing one of the galaxy's deadliest fighters. My assignment was simple, or so I thought. As an interstellar engineer for the Earth Coalition, I was tasked with assisting with ship repairs and minor structural upgrades. Diplomatic relations, routine missions, nothing thrilling. That was until Captain Lyra Voss entered the picture. The crew of the Syranthia, an elite alien patrol vessel, had been wary of humans from the start. I, of course, had no combat training. I was a mechanic. But Lyra was different. She had the kind of reputation that turned seasoned soldiers into nervous wrecks. Standing over 7 feet tall, with bioluminescent markings spiraling down her arms and legs, she was a formidable sight. Muscular, fast, and ruthless. Her species, the Virelians, were renowned throughout the galaxy for their combat skill and unrelenting pride. I had managed to annoy her accidentally. A minor misstep during an equipment test had triggered an alarm, and she had arrived just in time to witness my blunder. The moment she saw me, she laughed, a sharp, melodic, utterly mocking sound. "You call yourself a human engineer," she said, arms crossed. "I've seen toddlers operate machines better than you." Flushed. I'll fix it. Enough talk," she interrupted. "If you want any respect here, human, you'll have to earn it." That's when she issued the challenge. "If you defeat me in the sparring arena, I will grant you a place in my personal quarters tonight. Consider it a reward for proving yourself." I stared at her, stunned. "Wait, what do you mean, my quarters?" Lyra smirked. "You'll see. Now fight." Middle. Training and Tension 1. The first spar. The arena was a wide, circular platform suspended in zero gravity. Energy shields lined the edges, glowing faintly in a soft blue. I stood at one side, unsure how I had agreed to this madness. Lyra approached, each step controlled and graceful, the faint hum of her energy field surrounding her like a predator preparing to strike. "Try to hit me, human," she said, tilting her head. "I'll let you attempt it." The horn sounded. Instinctively, I lunged forward, relying on speed rather than technique. Lyra dodged effortlessly, her movements precise and almost hypnotic. Each time I swung, she sidestepped, letting me stumble past her like a child chasing shadows. "Predictable," she said softly, almost amused. By the third round, my arms were aching, my breath short, and my confidence faltering. But something inside me refused to quit. Every human engineer I knew had faced impossible odds before, but this was different. I had to win. Not for glory, not for the reward, but because if I didn't, the memory of being laughed at by a Virelian warrior would haunt me forever. 2. Understanding her moves. I spent the next few days observing her combat style. Lyra was fast, yes, but she had patterns. Predictable sequences in her dodges. Subtle tells before she attacked. I studied the holographic training simulations during the night, ran my own exercises in ZeroG, and slowly began to match her rhythm. The crew began to notice. Some smiled. Some muttered under their breath about the absurdity of a human matching a Virelian fighter. But Lyra's expression changed. Instead of mockery, there was something softer. Interest. Curiosity. "Not bad, human," she said one evening after I landed a successful strike on her training dummy. "Perhaps you are braver than I gave you credit for." "Bravery?" I asked, panting. "I call it stubbornness." She laughed softly. The sound was less mocking now, more melodic. "Perhaps both." The climax, the final match. The final match was scheduled in the main sparring arena, with the ship's crew watching from observation decks. I felt the weight of expectation, my palms slick with sweat inside the gloves of my exosuit. Lyra approached, her usual confident stride, her eyes glinting. Ready to lose, human. I swallowed hard. Ready to try. The horn sounded. We lunged simultaneously. At first it was the usual pattern. I dodged, she attacked, I stumbled, she laughed softly. But then, I remembered a sequence I had learned in the simulations. Her tell before a spinning strike. I anticipated it. Moved aside. Struck her shoulder lightly but firmly. She froze, eyes wide for the first time. Impressive, she murmured. She attacked faster, harder, more aggressively. But I anticipated each move. Each strike, each parry, each dodge became a dance. The crew cheered, but I didn't hear them. All I could focus on was Lyra's energy field. Her rhythm, her subtle shifts. And then it happened. I executed a maneuver I had practiced for hours. A sudden twist in zero-G, using the edge of the arena to propel myself. I tapped her side lightly. A strike that landed perfectly. The horn sounded. Silence. Lyra blinked, taken aback. Slowly she smiled. A real genuine smile. You, human, you won, she said, almost whispering. I honor my word. Ending. Honor and revelation. That night, as promised, she led me to her quarters. But the quarters were not what I expected. No seduction, no overt display. Instead, it was a room filled with light, the soft hum of alien technology, and artifacts from battles she had fought across the galaxy. I promised a reward, she said, turning to face me. Her violet eyes met mine, serious but soft. You earned it not through brute strength, but through perseverance, courage, and understanding. You are different. I realized then that the reward was not simply her company. It was trust, respect, a bond formed through challenge and shared experience. We sat in silence for a while, exchanging stories. She told me of her life as a warrior, her battles, her victories, and her losses. I spoke of Earth, of my small human triumphs, and the fear of insignificance that had driven me here. By the end of the night, I understood that what we had gained was more than respect. It was a connection that transcended species, culture, and expectation. Lyra stood before me at the door, her usual confident smirk returning. Tomorrow you will wake and continue your duties. But know this, you have proven yourself to me. And that is no small feat for a human. I nodded, a mix of relief and pride surging through me. I won't forget it. And I won't forget you, she said softly. As I returned to my quarters, I realized that sometimes winning wasn't about defeating someone. It was about being brave enough to stand your ground, to defy expectations, and to earn the trust of someone extraordinary. Lyra had laughed at me at first. But in the end, she had honored her word, and in doing so, had shown me the power of respect, courage, and connection across the stars.